Morning.
Good morning.
Good morning, Judge.
Morning. Need to unmute the screen. Tech booth.
Good morning, Your Honor.
Morning. Bottom screen. Are you muted? Can you hear me on the bottom screen? Hello. Gentleman's name at the bottom.
Joel, can you hear the judge? You may be on mute.
Let me let him know, please.
Sure.
No, you heard the other gentleman. It usually has like a little like this, that mute with the red. That's how you know that.
Come here. Hold it. Your Honor, he says the browser's not letting him do it. He's gonna have to re-enter it if that's okay.
That's fine. I'm going to go ahead and get started. Okay. The McDermott's, where are we at? You had an
Yes, good morning, Your Honor. We visited that very same day that we had the last hearing vehicle, and they had started the vehicle by pouring the gasoline onto the carburetor. I sent a letter late last night that was given to me by Mr. Cortez, explaining how he had witnessed that, but it was just by the gasoline being poured on the carburetor. So we were going to, they did not want to start the vehicle up because of the gas tank being in the condition that it was. So it was to be sent to a place that Mr. Cortez suggested it go to. And we were going to see if it could be repaired. And then we were to come back together and assess the vehicle again. So Friday, I got a text from Mr. Cortez that they had contacted him that for him to go down there. And he says, well, he said the McDermotts, but he said the McDermotts wanted to go there because he contacted me. And I said, you know what? I was at work and I said, Izzy, I can't talk. Do me a favor, text him back and just say they need to contact everybody because we all need to go and be present. That was the agreement that the attorney and myself and Mr. Cortez were going to go back and reassess the vehicle. And so I sent the text that was sent back to Mr. Joel to contact us. However, we never, sorry about that. We never did. We never heard back. And so at this point, they said the car was running. I had sent another text in the thread with Mr. Torres and Mr. Lopez, because in that day that we went to make the observation of the vehicle, I made the observation that the body and paint complete that they had on the invoice that has been provided for $6,500. I said, that is not a complete paint job. If somebody goes in for a paint job, if you go and you go pick up your vehicle, and I asked them to send me photos today, but I'm not going to be able to upload them because they came in too late. But anyway, so I said, if somebody goes to get a complete paint job, you're going to drop off your car. And when you leave, and you have your lights back in place, not, exposed sockets of your tail lights where the lights aren't put back. Your chrome isn't put back on the vehicle. The luggage rack that we've been talking about, all those things, to me, that's a complete paint job. So that's why I said, please make sure that that's done. If this says right here, paint and body complete, then that should be a complete paint job. So right now, sent me the pictures, it's still not done. So we never heard back from them to make a time for Mr. Torres and ourselves to head back and see the vehicle. That's where we're at.
Mr. Torres?
Judge, yes, there is, before I begin, I received a copy of a handwritten note from the mechanic for the McDermott, Mr. Cortez, and he sets out some statements and stuff. And so initially, I'm going to object to any reference to that because that's hearsay. My understanding was that Mr. Cortez was going to appear and testify to the court. So I would object to the use or mentioning that letter as hearsay. Second of all, I agree with Ms. McDermott that we did meet that first time. There was a discussion. The main discussion was about the gas tank. If you recall, Your Honor, there was a discussion, the hearing about the inability to start the car because of fear that the gas tank and the gas lines were contaminated. So Mr. Cortez and Joel in front of us discussed that issue. So it was suggested, and I don't remember who suggested it, it might have been Joel, that the tank be removed and sent for inspection and repair. They made a suggestion and Mr. Cortez said, I use another shop. So we went with that shop. And so my understanding was that the gas tank was removed and was sent to the shop that Mr. Cortez had suggested. I suggested to Mr. Cortez and Joel to stay in touch with each other regarding the evaluation or inspection of the tank, the repair, the time sequence, and apparently they did because they got the tank back. The subsequent inspection.
What do you mean apparently they did? Can't they just testify as to whether they did or not?
I'm
Yes,
sorry?
we did, Your Honor.
Okay.
Okay, so-
Can't they just testify to it?
Yes, we did, Your Honor.
Okay.
Do I continue or what do you want to do, Judge?
Go ahead.
And so when we left, my understanding and what I had stated was Joel get back with Mr. Cortez, let him know when the car is running so that you all can get together and he can inspect the car, measure it, time it, do whatever he has to do. I don't know. I'm not a mechanic. And so that was it. And then on Saturday, I received a call from Joel about the Mr. Cortez. Mr. Cortez, Joel called or text Mr. Cortez, the mechanic, on Friday. And then Mr. Cortez apparently text Joel. Is that correct, Joel? He texted you on Saturday morning?
He texted me on Friday, Friday evening that he wasn't going to be able to make it that Friday. And he asked me for the hours on Saturday. So I did send him a text back Saturday morning. We are open until 5 p.m. today. And that's when I waited for him that day.
And so my response to Joel was, I'm not available. I was in Denver visiting a daughter. And so I said, well, you all need to get together. I mean, he's going to inspect the car and then just let me know. And when I got back into town, that's when I realized they had not touched base. And then we get the text or emails from Ms. McDermott on Monday. So my understanding, Judge, is that the car is running. Is that correct, Joel?
That is correct.
Is it fully running? Everything is connected, all the vacuum hoses, all the radiator hoses, all of that, is that connected?
It's all connected and it's running on its own without having to pour gas through the carburetor. It's fully running through the gas tank.
Okay. And what did you do about the gas lines? You had concerns about the gas lines the last time we were here.
We had to flush them out and air them out and make sure that there was absolutely no water, no chemicals in the lines at all, and then be able to connect it and then run the clean gas through the lines back to the carburetor.
Okay. And that's where we are, Judge.
May I say something on those moldings and the top that she was talking about? The moldings she did want to replace after the paint job, so there's no reason to put those back on. The top, also, she did not pick the upholstery of where we sent her to. So without upholstery on top, why would you put a luggage rack? We can't put it on there.
The
But
luggage
that's all I wanted to say on those.
on top of the hood, the luggage rack was on top of the trunk. And on
We
those,
could put that on in 10 minutes.
on those, as far as the what you're talking about to pick out the I never got the samples from Mr.
I sent you there again to the
No, no,
biggest
no.
place in El Paso. For
I understand.
upholstery.
Let's stop. Okay,
Over that.
Mr. Is it Lopez?
Yes, Your Honor.
No, I'm sorry, the other screen. I'm sorry, Mr.
Sanchez?
Sanchez, Your Honor.
Yes, sir.
Sanchez.
Yes, Your Honor.
Mr. Sanchez and Mr. Torres, what is your request what are you requesting to be done?
What I'm saying is every time we come up, she wants to bring something up that was nothing before, and she wanted to replace all the moldings. But now she's bringing them up that
What are
we
you,
just put
what are
them
you
back.
requesting that I rule?
Your Honor, I just want what's fair. Like I said, I'm not trying to screw anybody. I'm running a business. I have people I pay my taxes. I do everything. I just want what's right is right.
What are you asking for from the judge, Eric?
You know, at this point, Your Honor, I would just say, let's walk away from it.
What does that mean?
And what,
Turn the car over?
Yeah, they'll take their car. I'll keep my place and we're happy.
Okay. McDermott, you ask, what are you requesting?
Well, if the vehicle is running, I mean, again, that's this morning I woke up and I said, I guess I've had a lot of mistrust in all of this. Okay. And so this morning I said, even if I see that the vehicle like that with the paint and body, the way that it is, the way that we've dealt with it, like Mr. Torres was saying that he initially said it was going to be Mr. Cortez that was going to meet with him. In the end, there was even a text from you, Mr. Torres, that said, okay, keep us in the loop so that we could come back and meet again, that we were all three going to meet again because we needed to be present. You wanted us to, like when we went initially, we were all to be present there.
No.
But you
So-
wanted it to go through your
Just a
mechanic,
minute.
and
Let's
your
stop.
mechanic could not go.
Let's stop. Let's stop. Okay, so all I'm asking, right now at this point in time, I don't know that there is much good in going back and forth between you all and going and visiting the car and seeing the car. So based on what you inspected the car on whatever day you inspected it, what are you requesting to end this right now? What are you requesting to be done?
Well, I could have Mr. Cortez, of course, he can't go out there. When he contacted him, of course, that Saturday that we were wanting to go with them. So now he can't go out till later. We can go, make sure it's done. I'm not happy with the body and paint complete that he's requesting here, that it's $6,500. I can see
You picked
like
the
that-
most expensive paint.
Mr. Sanchez, if you please quit interrupting, and I don't know what you find humorous about this situation.
I'm sorry, it's just that you go ahead, Your Honor, I'm sorry.
Okay, so as I was saying, I'm not, the others, I know I'm okay with those charges on everything else. I don't know that compressor in our air conditioner is working, but I'm going to assume that it is. But I'm not satisfied with that $6,500. I wish I could show you the pictures. Like I said, they did paint the vehicle. I'm not going to deny that. They took it down to the core. They painted the vehicle. But you know, to see that it's complete, it's not complete. You know, and I'm sorry, Mr. Sanchez, there is a text there. We don't need to go back to it with Mr. Not Joel. What's the other one? Tell me your name. The other mechanic. I'm sorry.
Lopez?
No, that's Joel. What's the other mechanic's name?
Jimmy.
Jimmy, I'm sorry, Jimmy. Where we were talking about those, the rooftop, because it takes like a vinyl top. And he was supposed to have gotten me those samples. We went down to Texas for the upholstery. Okay, so I never got those samples, and then we got to this. So, you know, I'm sorry, but it's not a complete job. I'm not satisfied with that $6,500.
Okay, my first comment is I can't imagine a business that's restoring cars would not foresee a problem with gas lines. I mean, that's the first and foremost thing that they encounter, is that an engine won't crank over, or the gas line is corrupt, the gas is corrupt, the tank is corrupt, and that's not something that was considered by Mr. Sanchez. Is just unfathomable to me. I just don't understand that.
Your Honor, may I say something?
No, you may not. So my judgment is for return of the vehicle plus $2,500. I will send a copy of the judgment to each of you all. Any other questions?
All right, Judge, thank you.
So do I send my tow truck over there to pick up the vehicle, Your Honor?
They're gonna have to, return the vehicle plus $2,500. You can make arrangements to pick it up.
Okay, may I request that I get that in the cashier's check?
You can request it. I can't order it, but you can request it.
I'm gonna request that I get it in the cashier's check, please.
Okay, I will send a copy of the judgment to each of you all. Okay, I have everybody's email.
Thank you, Judge.
Thank you.
Thank you, Your Honor.
Thank